North County Miracle Ear. Going to talk to you today about the different types of hearing aids. I find that most people when they come in, they have all these acronyms that we in the business call RICs and CICs and all these different things that nobody really actually knows what we're talking about. So I thought I'd go ahead and explain the reasons why we recommend certain hearing aids for different people and what they do and what they do differently. As you can see, on this side we have what we call our custom instruments. You can see they have different sizes. We have the really big jumbo guy here, a smaller one, and then a medium-sized one. We actually have one a little bit smaller, but I don't have a mock-up of it because it's so small you can't see it. And then over here we have a behind the ear. We have the little teeny guy. I mean, look how tiny that little guy is. And then our medium-sized and our really jumbo-sized guy again. Okay, so you're going to ask yourself, well, I always want the smaller one. Well, the reason why sometimes we don't recommend the smaller one is for dexterity issues. A lot of times when some of our patients that are having issues with dexterity, these little tiny things are really hard to manipulate and change batteries. So we have to go with something a little bit bigger so they can feel the buttons to change the volume, to change the programs. So it's really important if you have a hearing instrument that you can actually use it. The same thing with the in the canal. The in the canal, these were made for my ear. They're just mock-ups, but this is called a full shell. The full shell basically comes in here, and it's for dexterity issues for folks. And it's easy to put in, easy for them to go ahead and take out, and they can feel it and know what it does. For the people that are looking that don't have the dexterity issues and want the discretion, this is called a CIC. What that stands for is completely in the canal. So when you hear those acronyms, you'll know why we're talking about those. But those basically go completely in. And then, like I said, we have another model that is a deep fitted one. But you have to have really large size canals for that to basically work. And then the reason why somebody would go with a medium-sized one is the difference between a CIC and what we call an ITC in the canal is an ITC can actually have dual microphones, which can help a little bit more in background noise and so forth, where a CIC only can go and really actually handle one microphone. So when you go with an ITC, you're able to get a little bit better noise reduction. It does show a little bit. So, the reason why we would recommend one or the other would basically be dexterity and really vanity. I mean, come on, let's face it, nobody wants to see hearing aids, but when you really want to hear better, sometimes you got to make those decisions. But, we most of the time recommend what we call behind the ears, or BTEs. That's what that stands for if you didn't know. And the smallest one we have is really for people that are just absolutely, I want the performance of the dual microphones, but I don't want, having some big clunky thing on there. This is what that would be for. This is our most commonly sold product. It's a RIC. It's called a receiver in the canal. And what the difference is that this little wire comes down here with a speaker and sends the signal directly into your ear. The benefits to this product here is if your hearing loss changes over the year, you don't have to replace the hearing aid itself. You can replace this receiver and give more power. That's a real benefit. And it really is a high performance hearing aid that is able to handle a lot of the noisy environments. And what I have at the end of this is called a mold. And this mold would be custom to your ear canal. That's the best way you can get the performance out of a hearing aid. And once again, we usually go with the bigger, it's called a BTE. This usually sends the signal through a tube into your ear, and it's usually for dexterity, people that have real issues with being able to manage the smaller RIC. So if you'd like to learn more or have any other questions, we'd love to help you. We have 3 locations: Oceanside, Escondido, and Encinitas. We'd love to come see you. Our hearing tests are always free, And you get to come meet my dog Mia, which is sleeping over there on the couch. Thanks a lot. Love to see you.